It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it comes your way next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Greg, one of the joys of covering the league week in, week out, you watch guys grow and mature, and all of a sudden you turn around and look at the quarterbacks we have in this game. Now we're looking at guys who have arrived at that magic term, franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think you just have to give a lot of credit, of course, to the player themselves, the work, the ability to invest in themselves to develop, but also in these organizations. They continue to surround these quarterbacks as they've gotten older with better talent, better systems, play to their strengths, maybe protect some of their weaknesses. That's what it takes to play at a high level at the quarterback for a long time in the NFL, and give credit to both these players and both these organizations. I think it's official. They have their quarterback of the future, and the future looks bright.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. He's going to air one out right away. That is caught! And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big play right out of the gate on the first play. 47 yards.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's exactly what they have done. Now the key is, can they turn that explosive play into an opening drive touchdown and really get off to a fast start?
On 1st and 10, Burrow. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
When you have a tight end that you can flex out and just throw them one-on-one jump balls, man, it is so difficult for defenses to defend. And sometimes it's just as simple as my man is bigger than yours, and I'm going to throw it up, and he comes down with it.
They go play action for Burrow. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here's Ladd McConkey to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out. led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds. 2nd and 2, you're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now it's Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston. 11 yards on the pass there. It's good for a Charger first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. To throw is Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Play action now. It's Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Throwing, Herbert. He connects with Disley. And he'll be taken down, but now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Quentin Johnston, touchdown Chargers.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there 3rd and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers move out to a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense going to take over now for the second time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
I love these crossing routes, Mike. Not only do they put so much stress into the deep layers of the defense, but they really allow the wide receivers to run with the ball after the catch. We just saw a great example why, and it led to a huge chunk play.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Play action now. It's Burrow. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. (7-3) is the score. With 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. A 1st down throw for Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case,
in trouble, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he's into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bengals are on top. It's now 10-7. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Shotgun now for Herbert. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Lad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Herbert to the air again. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Now Herbert again. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will tie this game up here late in the first half.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On first down, Burrow. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. On the return is McConkey. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Throwing on first down is Herbert. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Herbert. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Now a fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Bengals offense ready for their first possession of this second half. A low-scoring game, all tied. 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Quickly to the outside and complete. Third and a yard. On the ground, it's Brown. He's going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Burrow to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Here's 2nd and 9. They bring Chase in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. And he will score. Andre Yosivach. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals go up by 7. It is now 17-10. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return is McConkey. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. First carry for Gus Edwards. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
The right side and hauled in by McConkey.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays, stay ahead of the chains.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Johnston motioning over. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action now, Herbert. He'll run again. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He's got his tight end. That's Hurst. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Now Herbert. They're called in at the 2. And he's in. Hayden Hurst. Touchdown, L.A. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. First and 10. Burrow now. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. McPherson now for the PAT. His kick is good, and the Bengals will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Throwing, Herbert. That'll be complete to Dobbins. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. He'll try and run for the first down with Edwards. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Now Herbert throwing on second down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They come to the line, needing 6 yards for a first down. Throwing is Herbert on third down. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
If you can rush the passer, you can close out games, and that third down sack is going to go a long way to closing this one out. Forces fourth and long, a desperate offensive possession. It's going to all come down to this fourth down try.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. Now it's Herbert. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Burrow takes a knee, and that ought to just about do. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.